Hello. My name is Aaron Green. I'm the founder of AG Consulting. My business is for workflow and efficiency consulting, and the website or the link to my website will be in the description. This video is why most businesses waste their Microsoft Copilot investment. So you bought Copilot, nothing changed. You still have the same inbox chaos that you had before Copilot, same missed follow-ups, same manual work, and the tool isn't providing much strategy or improvement to your workflow, efficiency, or your return on investment. The real problem is not the technology, it's a workflow problem. So there's no clear process, no daily system, no ownership, or no visibility. And that's not, again, it's not necessarily the technology's fault. It's not obvious how to set it up and how to build a system that can actually fully use Copilot and its capabilities, functions within the Microsoft 365 platform. So why Copilot fails? There's no use case. So there's not really a lot of obvious implementations for it. There's no workflow map, not unless you know how to build it or to get to that part of the section or of the Copilot. And there's no success metric. There's no repeatable process, not unless you build it. And there's no accountability until you implement something to do that. And then there's no implementation plan to ensure that all your employees are using it to the highest ability or highest capacity of the Copilot license, and where they can, when they can, to improve the results, improve the efficiency and the speed of the work getting done. So Copilot is not magic. It needs structure, structured prompts, very specific, clear prompts with a lot of quoting and just incredibly clear instructions. That way you get the best results possible. You needs instructions, like I just said. It has to be clear, concise, and obvious, and then you'll get good results. It needs context. This is a big one that I always see people. You have to provide, the more information you provided onto what you're actually trying to achieve, the better the results are going to be. And you can turn these into routines. I have many routines that I use for my workflow at work. And I'm building systems to improve that and build on my portfolio at AG Consulting. You need reviews too, like it needs to be reviewed so you can refine, improve, maybe break it down, separate it, decide how you're going to improve whatever system you're working on. And then finally, you need to integrate that system once you've built it. The inbox problem is one I think many of us deal with. If you operate a lot of your work through email, then you have this issue, and I have a solution for you. But emails pile up, urgent items get buried under those hundreds of emails. Follow-ups disappear, so it's very hard to track once you send an email, unless you're setting reminders yourself. It's hard to know whether or not you're going to remember to follow up on that matter until it's resolved or you receive the response you need to proceed with your side of the deal or the project or the process or matter, whatever it is. Threads often go unresolved, and that's where you have delays, cost increase, complaints, litigation potential. Lots of issues can come in when an email is sent and there's no response, and then it just sits there until someone realizes that it hasn't moved forward and it needs to be followed up on. And managers just keep reacting because of this. They're just constantly dealing with complaints, realizing that they haven't followed up on a matter, many things like that. And then the pressure starts to build. Does it ever? My goodness gracious. You get onto one hard email and it's hard to get off of that one, and then you just get more and more while you're working on that one email. So it's an issue. It's a problem that we need to solve. So the investment is wasted when the licenses are purchased, but the workflows are unchanged. That's a big problem, and that's what I'm here to help you with today. Teams are confused on how to properly implement or what the capacity and what the abilities are of Copilot. So that's where the licenses are purchased and very little actual ROI is realized at that point. and managers eventually get overloaded, and honestly it's hard for them to want to learn something new or even implement something new, because every time they're dealing with, the more they try and learn something new or implement something new, they're still just getting emails or getting more work, so the work's piling up while they're trying to do it. So there needs to be a quick, easy system that can be set up that improves their operational visibility and allows them to move through their inbox in a little bit more of a controlled and managed way. What businesses actually need is a practical use case, a clear workflow, daily routine, defined output, measurable value, and better control. And I promise you, my email management system will do that. So that's why you need the EMS email management system I've built. I've built it for Outlook with Copilot through the Microsoft 365 platform. However, it can be done on pretty much all of the major platforms, the Google platform, and any others that really have AI integrated into the mail application or mailing program. It can be done. So if you're interested at all, contact me via my website, and I can figure out what I can do for you. So what my EMS email management system does is it reviews unread emails, it finds the urgent items, it reviews sent emails, finds that emails that are unresolved and need to be followed up on, reviews your calendar, and then it provides all of these results to you in a daily report. My setup is that I get one in the morning and in the afternoons, and I will tell you that ever since I've built this system, it's the first email I go to when I open my laptop is my email management report, and that's where I will see the 3 to 5 emails that it's found through my unread emails that need to be addressed as soon as possible or urgently to reduce any risk or increased costs. But yeah, it's my favorite email to go through. It really is the way that I start my day, and it provides me with a lot of operational visibility and understanding of if there's any fires to put out, or if I can just continue with the way I kind of planned that my day would go. So the urgent email section, it's going to flag urgent emails. It explains why the urgent is email or the email is urgent to it. It identifies keywords, adds risk judgment, gives guidance, and through all of this, it reduces missed issues. The big one for this, like I said, is it allows you to address the urgent emails immediately, which reduces the potential for increased costs, litigation complaints, and so on. So the follow-up section, it's going to check sent emails that were sent about 7 days ago, and I can certainly change that system so that it works within whatever amount of timeline that you're looking for, whether it be 3 days ago, 2 days ago, 1 day ago, or up to 7 days ago, which is how I kind of operate. So it scans those emails sent about 7 days ago and finds unresolved matters. So any email that was sent without a response that appears to need a response, it will provide you with a report on that email. So it'll suggest the emails that you should follow up on. And this obviously reduces the forgotten tasks, improves consistency, and closes the open loops on many tasks and fulfills many tasks a whole lot easier and without you having to manually add email or reminders on emails that you send that you need responses on. I currently do that a ton myself, and this system has allowed me to or has alleviated that requirement from my workflow in general. And again, allows me to open that one email in the morning, in the afternoon, and check on those sections to see if there's any emails that I truly do need to follow up on. Calendar section, this is where it reviews reviews the user's meetings for the day, summarizes that schedule and identifies any preparation required, adds risk guidance, whether if you're going to miss the meeting, it'll kind of give you an idea of what the risk is of that. And then it obviously with this, it improves awareness and connects the day. It allows you to understand what you need to accomplish that day and what meetings are going to be happening that day, what you need to prepare for or remind yourself of. So why it matters, this is just providing less manual checking, better priorities, faster responses, stronger follow-up, clear visibility, and more control. The operational visibility that I get from my system is probably the best value of it. Like I said, it allows me to ensure that there's no fires for me to put out, or any issues like that. Just to give a little bit more context, I am a strata manager, so I have a portfolio of many properties, and there can be issues like floods, fires, things like that. And believe it or not, some owners report that via email and they think they're done. So it's great to have a system that kind of just scans through all my emails and lets me know which ones are really something that I need to address like now or urgently get to immediately kind of thing. So before the email management system, it's all reactive. You're overloaded. You're manually setting reminders. You're missing some, so it's inconsistent and it's unclear and it's quite stressful. It was at one point, but now it's a whole lot easier. After the EMS, the email management system, you have a prioritized list of emails that are unread that you should probably address first. You have a suggested tracked emails that should maybe be followed up on, or perhaps it's been resolved through another email, but either way, it'll let you know if there's an email that you sent that appears to need a response that has not received one. It's going to provide you a summarized report of all of this information so that you can really action everything that's been reported and get on with your day after you've dealt with all the urgent matters, sent all the follow-ups, and then maybe gone through the rest of your email, or do it at the end of the day. Whatever your workflow is, it'll work within that. And with all of this, again, it's just a huge controlled or added control to the situation. For me, it just gives me peace of mind. Like I said, it's once I've gone through that email, I know there's nothing big that I haven't addressed. So it's just a lot of peace of mind once I've gotten through those urgent matters reported by the email management system. And if I didn't mention it, I feel like I missed this. The way it's reported is via email. So I have mine set up for 8:03 a.m. or 8:03 p.m. Sorry, 8:03 a.m. and then 4:03 p.m. And the reason I do off the random numbers is just because I assume that a lot of people have their setups for a specific hour, and I just kind of want to avoid that so it's not using the compute when it's being used so much. So it's a little bit better of a timeline there. But anyway, so it sends that email to me, and then that's what I'm using to start my day and understand how to move forward. So again, at AG Consulting, we offer this system. Right now, I'm incredibly fluent on how to build it and set it up through Copilot. As long as you have the Copilot license and you're using Outlook, I can set this up for you, no problem. I actually did it for one of my coworkers today, and it took about 5 minutes. That's not how long it took me to build the system, of course, but once I've built it, it's very, very simple and quick to set up. Again, it requires the Copilot license and that you're working with Outlook. But again, if you are very interested, or if you're interested in the system at all, but you are working with Google or and whatever other mailing system, contact me through my website, and I can certainly tell you what I can and can't do for you and whether or not I can implement my system on your platform. So yeah, at AG Consulting, we provide practical workflows, Copilot implementation, Microsoft 360 on the Microsoft 365 systems. But again, I can work with Google. I just need a little bit more understanding and need your input so that I know what I can do for you. I'll look into it. And with these systems, you are getting the operational visibility that I mentioned earlier, just less stress, more control, operational visibility. All of this leads to better outcomes, better results, and better ROI, return on investment. If you're paying for this license, you need a system like this. So you need to contact me so I can get this set up for you. So my Copilot can help. The workflow comes first. Automation is something I can do for you later. But the system is something that we need to set up first, and then we can build upon that. The systems create results. So like this is a huge result that I've already gotten with this system, and I'm only starting to build, or I'm building more and more based on the initial EMS email management system. There's more to become, or more to come, and more available. But this one is just, again, I think it's something everyone needs to have. Some kind of system like this just allows you a whole lot better operational visibility on your inbox. In closing, so stop buying tools or applications, anything like that. Start building systems within the tools you already own. Again, most companies have Microsoft Outlook and they have Copilot. So if you're operating with those two things and you don't have an email management system, again, you need to talk to me. I need to get you set up so that your life can be easier and you can improve your results and get a better return on investment for your Copilot license. That's really it from me. Again, my name is Aaron Green, founder of AG Consulting. I'm very excited about this email management system that I've built, and I really want to share it with the world to improve everyone's inbox chaos. So again, if you have any questions or you want to post some comments, please do so. I'd love to respond to the comments. And then again, if you have any interest in moving forward with us with an EMS, email management system, please go to my website, fill out the contact form, and I'll get in touch with you as soon as possible. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye.